So my van is a 2018 Ram Promaster 1500, 136-inch wheelbase with the high roof. Some of the reasons I went with this van is because it was the most affordable, the widest, and the easiest build platform to start off of, in my opinion. Also, being front-wheel drive is awesome. Didn't really want rear-wheel drive, as that's what my last van was, and didn't really have the budget for something all-wheel drive. Super simple build, no insulation, a lot of pre-built stuff from Home Depot. I didn't want to get too crazy, I just wanted to get something nice together, looks really pretty, gets the job done. You can get really carried away getting too overkill with the van build. Quick shout out to my buddy Joe. This wouldn't have been possible without him. He had all the shop space, the tools, helped me anytime I needed it. Thanks a lot, brother. Let's go check it out. Starting in the front of the van, it's just your standard Promaster cockpit. Nothing too fancy. Although I did add a WeatherTech floor mat down below, which helps a lot, especially in the winter time. And then in the windows, I do have these metal vents, which keeps the bugs out, rain out, but lets the air in, which is nice when I have my fan going in the back. There is one for this side. I usually only keep one in when it's this cold to not let too much air in. So then in between the seats, I did add this step. So the floor of the Promaster in the front is really squishy, and there's some wiring that runs under the floor. And continuously walking from the front to the back, stepping on that floor, inherently stepping on the wires, I didn't want to damage anything. So my solution for that was to put a square piece of aluminum bolted to each seat frame, and then a 1/2-inch piece of plywood on top of that, simply bolted to the aluminum, so it's easy to remove that step if I ever do need to. So the kitchen area in my van consists of a 36-inch vanity from Home Depot with a butcher block countertop, stick-on tile backsplash, a mixing bowl sink with a copper faucet operated by a foot pump. Very simple design. Underneath for the plumbing, 2 6-gallon freshwater tanks with 1 6-gallon gray water tank. And those are held in by a threaded rod so they don't come flying out when I turn. And just some extra storage under the sink. In the top drawer we have utensils. The middle drawer is the bathroom drawer. And then the bottom drawer is the junk drawer. And then moving up above, 36-inch cabinet from Home Depot. Pots and pans. Coffee making supplies, and up above that is just some Tupperware, paper towels, and all my coffee. And up above here we just have more miscellaneous storage, clothing, blankets, towels, extra food, speaker, fire extinguisher. Moving over from the kitchen, we have a bookshelf. Nice little map of the states I've been to, some pictures, dimmer switch for the lights, thermometer and clock. Moving down here we have a bench, my favorite spot to sit, also a butcher block. Underneath is dog and human food storage. Coming across to the other side, we have another bench, all butcher block. Sorry, I'm using my towel to keep the light out. It's pretty bright. And on this bench we have mounted a Lagoon swivel table. Seating for 2 in this dining room. And that's super nice. It comes in and out really easily. And then under this big bench, we have a 12-volt refrigerator. It's a Dometic CFX 335. Filled with your standard refrigerator stuff. Wonderful painting under here. And then this is just held up with a clasp, so it doesn't come slamming down and break your hand. It's really heavy, but it works. And I usually drive with the table locked in that position. And in between the benches we have a big storage compartment. Food, miscellaneous toiletry stuff, random storage. And above that sits my full-size bed. Now, being 6'2", I can sleep sideways in this van, which is really nice. I wanted a permanently set up bed. I did not want to have to set my bed up every single day. You'll see we got some nice custom duct tape upholstery. And above the bed is clothing storage. Another 36-inch cabinet full of clothing. And underneath here is my laptop stand. So I can swivel my laptop around and slide the keyboard in there. So I have a nice viewing spot for movies, YouTube. Get nice and comfy in bed. Works out pretty nice. Electrical system in my van consists of a Goal Zero Yeti 1000 lithium, which is super simple to use, all plug and play. I didn't want any crazy fancy electrical setup, and the only thing plugged into that is my heater, my lights, and my refrigerator, and then it charges my phone, my laptop, all that good stuff. And I did go with the Yeti Link kit, which you'll see up top here, and that allows me to plug the Yeti into my battery of the van, so when I'm driving, it charges that up. I almost never need to use my solar panel, which I currently have plugged in outside. Getting some good light there. And that is the Goal Zero Briefcase 100 panel. And you can see right now I'm getting 64 watts coming in, putting 7 watts out. 61% state of charge. That should fill up, hopefully by the end of the day. And if not, I can run the van, charge it up really quickly. Next to the Goal Zero, we have my Webasto thermostat. I do have a gas heater in here. That runs off 12 volt and gasoline from the van. The heater is located in the back of the van, and it's ducted out here into the living space. So coming to the back of the van under the bed, I have tons of storage. Climbing stuff, hiking stuff, cooking stuff, tools, leveling blocks, all that good stuff. And then here's where the heater is located. You can see the Webasto heater. Now the nice thing about the Promaster is they have an auxiliary fuel tap in the top of the tank. So running under the van is a fuel line running to the gas tank up front. That's tapped directly into the tank. So I don't have an auxiliary tank for the heater, which is nice. Here's the exhaust for the heater and the intake. And that's all external. Nice and safe inside. I do have an extra carbon monoxide detector there, as well as smoke and carbon monoxide above the bed. You'll see up top is my Max Air fan. recessed lighting in the roof, ceiling, I'm sorry. I do have a Vantech USA ladder on the back. I do have intentions on putting a roof rack up top at some point, but they're not cheap. On the driver's side of the van, I do have a NOCO extension cord pass-through. That allows me to plug shore power into my Goal Zero if needed. But we do have the solar panel wire rigged up to run through that, so I can plug in right to the side of the van, which is super convenient. Don't have to run any wires in through the van. And then my favorite feature, my new Toyo Open Country AT3s. Let me tell you, these tires make this van. I've been able to take it a lot more places than the factory tires would have allowed. Highly recommended. Come over here, check out the solar panel. Mia's eating something. What do you got there? Goal Zero briefcase 100. That works really well. Brings in about 60 to 70 watts when it's working. And nice sunshine, which is enough. And so for my cooking, I primarily use a dual fuel burner. This takes propane and butane. So if I'm doing a bigger cook, I'll run the propane. Or something simple, you can pop a butane canister in here. And I didn't want a permanently built-in stove in my countertop. It just takes up a lot of space in my opinion, so this I feel was the best route for me to go, and I'm very happy with it. Well, that pretty much wraps up the tour of the van. Thanks everyone for coming along to check it out. I can't believe how much support I'm already getting here on YouTube. This is incredible. This is all a new learning curve for me. I have never edited anything in my life, so it's pretty fun. Gonna keep at it. Keep subscribing, keep watching my videos. Helps us out a lot. Thanks guys. Have a good one.